ever ask for. Only on the Iron Age will you find music as ridiculously heavy as Meshuggah and Oceano, along with chill and relaxing tunes like Tool and Deftones.
Well, that sounds cool and all, but I think I'm just going to listen to something else.
Ooh, I think that's going to be a problem. I think you're going to have to find another ride then.
What?
Every sound, every note, including the bass, on this track is played by a monkey.
American Hit Radio, Wednesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
There ain't no more. Now the boys all thought I'd lost my sense. Them telephone poles looked like a picket fence. They said, slow down, I have seen spots. Lines on the road just look like dots.
Oh, here we are singing with the mic. That's great. Motormouth Radio, 516-572-7440. Give us a call, talk to us, and we'll share some Southern sensibilities with you and all sorts of crazy stuff because we are...
Yeah, we got to kind of like get you back into the New York state of mind there.
I know. I'll tell you, coming up next week, we have a great guest. It's a fellow who runs a company called Steel Labels.
And
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
the tools and
see on the website here, steellabels.com. Check them out. They make little decal labels that you put on your sockets.
Yeah.
And on your toolbox drawers and things. And I've been using them for a number of years now. I had a bunch of these things. And they're very cool. So what I did this time is I petitioned the owner. I'm going to have Dave Severance on the show next week. He's going to talk all about that great product they make. And they're very affordable. You get a lot of labels for not a lot of money. So it's something to look into. And while I was away, before I left, I wrote an email to the guy, to the Power Probe Company.
Yes.
They're based out of the desert in California somewhere. Mm-hmm. And I gave him a call. I gave him a call, talk to the tech guy.
Right.
And he gave me the email address of the person to talk to. Mm-hmm. So while I was away, he got back to me.
I was using that yesterday at the CF there.
We are going to get a rep from the Power Probe Company on and talk about that.
Definitely.
I have to schedule it. And we're also Booster Dewey, the guys from Booster Dewey Company.
Yeah, them guys, yeah.
They're going to be calling too. Let's go back to the phones and say, hi, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hey, guys. Dartboard Doug here. How we doing?
Hey, Dougie. How are you?
First, I want to say thank you, Ray, for the carburetor there.
I guess that means you didn't end up in a ball of flame.
And I'll get back to you. Talking about rides to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Back in the late 80s when I bought my LS6 El Camino, I went down to Newport, Tennessee. I drove a flatbed down there and picked the car up. It was a nice ride, nice place.
Oh, that's a nice ride in a flatbed, yeah.
Yeah.
Meek.
Yeah, we went down there with the car.
Wow.
Picked the car up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, geez, that's something.
That's
boy.
one of the finest, upstanding citizens of the UD, CF, whatever it is.
Yeah, then again, I did drive with my brother a U-Haul truck that had a 3-speed on the column and was governed back from Colorado with a full load of with a house in the back of it. So yeah, I've done those crazy trips too, and thank God now I rent a nice new SUV and with AC and cruise control and like
radar,
massage me as I drive.
We had AC in the flatbed. That's about it.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Talking about them car movies. What about American Graffiti?
Absolutely. That'll absolutely make the list. It has to, yeah. Without a doubt.
And if you want, I got a copy of A Lower Barbarian Road here.
Oh, cool.
You can either come to the CF, we'll run it on the big screen one day, or you can take it home and check it out.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
That's right. Yeah, we can put it on the big screen while we're doing car stuff with my Power Probe.
I got to ask you, Doug, our social...
Key on, radio on.
Right, Keo Aro, our social media director and web guy, was asking how the new star, the new celebrity of your household is doing. How's Laura doing with her newfound fame?
Oh, I seen her on the promo. I heard her on the promo last week, and she's doing all right. She's hanging in there, and she's loving that.
Good.
Attention.
Good.
And every week, she's probably listening in.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's
We're
good.
At the CF down here, and you guys are welcome to come by after you're done on the show.
All righty,
Doug. Yeah. We got more Key on radio on to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Doug.
I'll tell that story in a minute.
Okay, same here.
All right. Okay. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Always a pleasure to hear from Dougie.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and it always is for me, too. Even though I spend many hours down there, like we put in an aftermarket antenna in a Grand National.
Oh, right. I remember you talking about that a while ago, right?
Yeah, no. We got it out. Then we finally got one in that supposedly was a direct fit. No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Bend this bracket.
It's a fender mount.
Yeah, it's a fender mount.
Right.
And
like the fender bass.
yeah, it's a P bass there.
Yeah.
Spank the plank. What was it? No, see, now I'm thinking about bass. Damn. No, so actually, the wiring is different.
Is it?
So I figured I'd just try hooking it up directly. I cut the old pigtail off the other.
Is this where the power probe came in?
Yeah, and
Nice.
of course it didn't work right. So then comes let's try all the different permutations.
Right.
And, rather than, and basically Dougie and Johnny took turns sitting in the car because I'd be like, okay, key on. Okay, radio on. Okay, the antenna doesn't go up. Okay, key off. All right, and then I got it to work a couple times, so we had all different things of key on, key off, radio on, radio off. I'm glad that I got towards the end. I finally figured out what was going on because I think they were getting just a little tired of that.
Okay, yeah, maybe so.
It's like because as I was going out the door, they're like, "Key on, okay,
key on,
guys.
get out."
Yeah, but that stuff about direct fit. Always take it with a very big grain of salt. Like the kind that you find on a pretzel because.
Yeah.
No.
Two things. We were talking about, we're throwing around UD and CF. If people want to know what that means, go to motormouthradio.com. We actually have a decoder.
Yes.
An MMR decoder. It was under the blogs page. It may move, but I think that's where it was. And you can look that stuff up. CF is actually up there now, so you can go and figure that out, find that out for yourself, because we can't tell you what it means. We're sworn to secrecy. And the other thing I want to tell you about the booster guys, before I left, I had mailed out the brake booster for that 69 Mach 1 down at the shop.
Right.
It is a very specific type booster for that year, and they're kind of hard to get. So I used this guy called Booster Dewey out in Oregon. I had found out about him a few years ago from our buddy Scotty Gosson. And it ends up, the business was sold from, Dewey sold it to this guy, Steve. Mm-hmm. And he's on you can see his.
So it's now it's Booster Steve, really, right?
They still call it actually, it's Power Brake Booster. Brake Booster. No, BrakeBoosterExchange.com, I think.
I think that's what I remember seeing.
Yeah, and there's also Hemi Booster because he does some Hemi stuff. You can look up Booster Dewey. You Google that and you'll find the links. So he called me that the boosters were ready, and I asked him how bad was that Mustang booster because you could not move the transfer rod at all. And he says, yeah, that one was bad. It had a lot of fluid that had leaked into it, which turns to some kind of a cement that you can't move.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with a way because Schming doesn't really cover it.
No, it's going to be something else. So he was able to rebuild that, and at the same time, I sent him the one from my GTO because I may be putting that back in the car. And he says, "Oh, that was a piece of cake. That one was easy." That was in the car since it was new, Joe. I'd never changed that, and I've owned the car since the 70s.
Right.
So I don't know, but he said that was an easy one, which is great. And we're going to get him on the show again. That might not be next month now, depending, because we're running out of month.
Right. It's definitely rocketing along for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what's coming up. We got.
That should be a really good conversation because boosters are a pretty misunderstood thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't really understand the dynamics of it, and
right.
And diagnosis of it, and how to fix the darn things.
Well, that's it. We don't really fix them ourselves. We replace them.
Right. But that's the thing. Sometimes getting a correctly fixed one, could be a real pain in the guts,
Absolutely. So in the weeks to come, we'll talk about boosters. We'll talk about labels for your stuff.
Yeah.
And the other thing was the Power Probe. The email that the fellow sent me, I haven't gotten back to him yet. I don't even remember his name. Maybe it was Dave. He told me that. Great. He goes, I'm great. I'm very happy to do that. I want to do this because there's a lot of myths and a lot of tips I can give you and the listeners about how people use the Power Probe wrong.
They are much maligned.
Yeah.
They are much more, because...
Well, it can be a dangerous tool if you use it wrong.
I've seen all kinds of stuff get poofticated with the Power Probe because you got to understand what it is you're holding.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it actually is a quite powerful tool. Like yesterday I was using that power antenna, which made my life incredibly easier rather than sitting there running my usual snake pitted jumper wires.
I like your analogy where you said it's basically a very smart and advanced jumper wire.
It is.
It's a jumper wire that has its own battery on it.
Yeah, power, ground, you could do all kinds of stuff. Now, I know they make a tip that could knock the voltage down to 5 volts, so if you want to do some sensor stuff.
USB stuff or sensors, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they're really into helping them guys diagnose.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's definitely part of the arsenal. Where it used to be just like a one step above a jumper wire, now it's become.
Well, yeah, the Power Probe 1 is it's the most basic. You got to go to at least the 3.
Yeah, that's what I use. I got a 3 because it's got the voltmeter and all that stuff on it. You know.
Right.
And some of the stuff with the hook and whatnot. That's. I mean, you could actually fill up an entire drawer in your toolbox with the Power Probe stuff these days.
Yeah.
So I would love to hear what this guy's got to say.
And we're going to get him on because that's my the next tool that I plan on buying for diagnostic stuff.
Yeah.
And so I have the Mustang to look forward to. That booster should be coming back soon.
Right.
And I got to weasel that thing back in. That's going to be fun.
Oh yeah.
And that car was.
I'm thinking maybe we should just chop the friggin' shock tower apart.
I was thinking that the brace, that big brace.
Yeah, that brace.
I remember I took a 2-inch window out. I think I may.
We might have to make it a big bay window.
I may go to 8, 9 inches. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. We could just mold something back on there. It's no big deal. As long as the car gets. I mean, with the amount of
rust,
degradation. Yeah, I was trying to use a polite word here.
Corrosion.
Okay? Yeah, corrosion. Yeah, that thing. A little bit less brace ain't really going to make that much of a difference.
Right.
But in the meantime, stopping it would definitely help.
Oh, definitely help.
That's a big safety plus, if I must say.
Without a doubt. So that's what's coming up in the weeks to come. We have some good shows coming. And of course, you're going to stay tuned for Thunder Road. The first place I found when I got off the highway was Thunder Road. It was a moonshine place. And I thought of Kim. My wife
How
said,
could you not?
I whip around. I'm taking a picture. And I said, I got to send this to Kim. She's like, we just got here. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm still on New York time. I got to move. I got to work.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got stuff to do. Come on.
It made me smile. When I saw it, I was like, oh, that's so cool. Thank you so much.
I'm glad. That was, it was cool because, hey, what better place for a moonshine distillery than Thunder Road, right?
Are you kidding
Robert
me?
Mitchum.
It's perfect, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing. So, Kim, I had to move stuff around. We'll do some programming on the air. I had to put my outro CD in 2 because 3 isn't playing from the board.
Well, Rob and I picked CD player 2 before because CD 2 ate.
Oh, right. That's what he said.
CD.
It wouldn't play it wouldn't.
Is that like 7, 8, 9?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't start remote.
That's pretty.
I'll fix it.
Why? That's a big hammer you have there, Kim.
Kim just did an in-studio diagnostic. She pulled the back access panel off the panel, the cabinet here.
It's missing the connection for the remote.
Really?
So now it should work remotely.
Okay.
Give
Well,
it a
good.
shot.
Good.
Yeah. Well, we'll shoot it. Yeah. Let's.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Hit that remote button.
I should have this. I should put this in the computer here so we have it. The intro and the outro should just be in here, so we don't have to worry about this.
Right.
But
folks, it's the magic of live radio.
We'll do a little quick test. Yeah, it works. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Kim.
No problem.
Very good.
Yeah.
So that being the case. Oh, good. So that was. Things get. Sometimes the right technician fixes the thing first shot out of the box.
Kim knows her stuff when it comes to this here.
Yeah, unlike me sometimes, it's just always...
Look, if it ain't got wheels on it,
Yeah, so if you asked me to try to fix a car, we'd have a problem.
Right.
That's all right, to each our own.
Absolutely.
And... well, we'll still keep the fire extinguisher around, in case, because... Yeah, that's all gifted technicians need the fire extinguisher.
So I'm going to get out of here. I still look forward to hearing last week's show with Chris, because I know that's going to be radio gold. I haven't heard that yet.
And then I'm going to go hide.
Yeah, and it was a pleasure being back. And now in the next few weeks, we have some pretty good guests lined up, so that's going to be some good radio.
Got any suggestions or whatever, and don't forget those movie...
get in touch with us.
Get to the website there.
About
or Facebook or Instagram or...
Anywhere, right.
What else will be on there? Send up a balloon, who cares?
Yeah. Until then... For Joe D, Ray Guarino, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.